Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I'd like to start off with giving all praise, infinite honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. We give double honors to the apostle and elders of the great millstone who do it well. Peace and blessings to their house that they be lit. I'm going to bring out a quick lesson, Lord, when it's edifying to the point on how we're approaching the days of trouble, okay, according to Jeremiah chapter 30. Verse 7, Daniel 12:1, Matthew chapter 24. All right. Although these things may seem repetitive, but uh, it's the importance of it because we got to constantly warn Jake of the times to come. So when these times come, they can't say that they didn't know. All right, because we're here to get the blood off our hands. All right, but this is basically pointing to the time when all hell breaks loose, man. All these people who could consider themselves best friends and I love my brother, my sister, my mother, and all this. No matter what, man, it's gonna come a time when all that's gonna fly out the window unless the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is upon you. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. I'm gonna start at 22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty," right? Because sown places gonna be appear unsown, which is, these major cities. The scriptures speak about they shall desire to see a man, roughly paraphrasing, because it's gonna be a lot of death in these times, man, to come, soon to come, all right? And full storehouses, okay? These grocery stores, food markets, all right? They're gonna appear unsown because guess what? America receives a lot of its shipments from overseas and stuff like that. All that's gonna stop, man. The average, supermarket only holds worth 3 days worth of food to supply to the community, man. All right. So what happens when everything starts coming in? All right. People gonna lose it. All right. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear, they shall suddenly they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." Right, because in that time, a friends gonna fight like enemies, man. Because guess what? It's gonna be a fight for survival. All right, the survival of the fittest. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse. Uh, let me see. God, 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'm gonna start at verse 18. Says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because there is a lack of bread, and for great tribulation," right? Because when there's a lack of resource, a lack of food, and all these things, people gonna start turning against each other. Your neighbors gonna be your number one arch enemy, man. Because that survival mode is gonna kick in. All right, all these people, demons are gonna kick in, man. All right, we're not in the time to try to be buddy buddy with people, try to be war friendly. Nah, if it's not amongst the brotherhood, then you know you can look at these people as agents, man. All right, but I mean, it's always a balance to it. You just don't, you just put on that Clark Kent, but you just understand the times to come. All right, simple as that. All right, we know in the world. Go ahead. Okay, once upon a time in the world, we probably uh, profess ourselves to have best friends that's in the world, but those are not truly your best friends because when these things happen, these people are liable to turn against you. All right, but when you come into this truth and you utilize the brotherhood, because the brothers got the fear of the Lord upon them, you know that there's a level of trust to where you won't have to worry about these things. All right, because the Lord taught us through the Spirit to how to interact and deal with these things, man. And we have that uh, righteous fear of the Lord to where we believe and have faith that the Lord will protect us in these times, man. But the rest that is not in the know, they have no clue of these things. That's why the scriptures say, when there's no vision, the people perish. All right, because when all hell breaks loose, these people not gonna know they right from they left. All right, they just gonna be doing all types of you know wickedness to fight to survive. All right, but the Lord told us to not take thought for tomorrow, or not worry about what we're gonna eat and drink. All right, because the things of foretime are written for our learning. All right, what the Lord has given us through the Spirit with our forefathers and how He delivered them, and the Lord's gonna do the same in these times, man. All right, this is Matthew chapter 24. I'm gonna start at 12. Matthew 24 and 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Right? Because iniquity is sin upon sin. All right, and when all hell breaks loose, hey, it's gonna be, you know, everything, anything goes, and the love of many is gonna wax cold. All right, it says, "But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved." Those that endure to the end, Lord willing, that are party elect, they're gonna be saved. The Lord is gonna deliver them. All right. That's why the Lord, throughout the scriptures, He continued to tell us to fear not for the things that are come upon the face of the earth. All right, because Isaiah 33 and 6 said, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times." All right, it says, "In this gospels of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come." And that's that we in the time now. This gospel is being preached upon the whole world, and when we say this gospel, we talking about the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not that Christianity stuff, man, because Christianity been preached around the world for hundreds of thousands of years now. All right, we're talking about the true doctrine. That's why things are speeding up and wrapping up, because the Spirit of the Lord is upon His men. All right, and that's why we're about to enter into these times of great tribulation. All right. Uh, I'm going to skip to verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, just as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall be shortened, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." So the Lord is going to shorten the days for the elect's sake, because when all hell breaks loose, when Esau implement uh, the MOTB and try to establish this NWO, all right, hey, we going the elect and those who are not with the system, they can only go but so long without uh, uh, depending upon them that smote us, but depending on the Holy One of Israel, which is Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah. So the Lord gonna have to just cut everything short. That's why in Job it says, when he shall begin to fill his belly, all right, then the Lord gonna basically matter of fact, let me see, Job 20. It's like shit. Job. Let me get Job 20. Job chapter 20, verse 23. "When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating." Right? The Lord gonna snatch that fork right at He gonna smack that fork right out of his hand. All right, just like when you on you on the game with one of your your peers and whatnot. Y'all playing the game with competition and whatnot, and you winning. Or the opponent seems like he got the upper hand. You smack the controller out of his hand. That's what the Lord gonna do, man. All right, but this is I just wanted to make that point real quick. This is Matthew chapter 10, 34, I believe. This is Matthew chapter 10, 34 says, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be of his own household." All right, and that's the times that we coming into, man. The Lord is coming not to send peace, but a sword. He come to set variance against these people, man. All right, ain't gonna be no love. This is my family. This, no, because it's gonna get so bad to where literally it's gonna be survival of the fittest, man. All right, we see it all. We see it in all these you know prophetic movies that Esau put out. Because Esau in the know, he already know the prophecies, man. All right, but we know through the right hand side, man. All right. So expect these times to come, man. We in the time of using wisdom, walking circumspectly, and redeeming the times. What is that? Ephesians 5. Let me grab that. Ephesians 5. I think that's Ephesians 5. Redeeming the time for the day. Maybe Ephesians 6. Redeeming the times. Let me see. Then you gotta put Ephesians 5 and 16. Ephesians 5, chapter verse 16 says, "Redeeming the times." I can't so I put that in the search bar. But alright, whatever. Ephesians 5 verse 16 says, "Redeeming the time because the days are evil." It says, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding the will of the Lord, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit." All right, because redeeming the times, buying back time. All right, because the days are evil. All right, and we not hit a be not unwise, man, but had an understanding of the Lord's will, man. Because when all hell breaks loose, these people gonna be running around with their heads, running around with chickens like their heads cut off, man. But hey, if you filled with the Spirit, man, hey, the Lord gonna guide you in that time, like it's mentioned in 2nd Edison 16th chapter. The Lord shall be the God of them that keep His precepts and commandments, man. All right, and filled with Spirit. So, hey, with that, Lord, when this lesson is edifying, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle Nellis, the great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David be let. With that, I'm going to say shalom.